So today we're going to dig into a new platform that claims it's not just another tool, but a total paradigm shift in how we create content. Let's jump right in and see what all the fuss is about.
But first, I want to ask a question. And if you make any kind of content, I want you to really think about it. Does your creative workflow just feel broken sometimes? You know that feeling like you're fighting your own tools more than you're actually creating? Yeah, if you're nodding along, you are definitely not alone.
Well, that feeling? It all comes from what's called the fragmented creator workflow. It's this messy system of hidden costs and little annoyances that somehow become the standard for making stuff today, and honestly, it's holding a lot of us back.
This whole problem even has a name, the creative tax. And it's basically made up of 4 big headaches. First, you've got software bloat. I mean, who isn't juggling 5, maybe even more different apps for just one project? Then there's the workflow friction. Constantly exporting, then importing, then exporting again. It just kills your creative momentum. All of that leads to a pretty serious financial drain. And on top of it all, you have to deal with the steep learning curves for all these different programs. It's just exhausting.
And this is where it really hits the wallet. We're talking up to $500 a month on average just for the subscriptions to keep this clunky workflow going. That is a serious, serious tax on your creativity. So, okay, what's the alternative? Well, the solution being proposed here is what they're calling an all-in-one revolution. It's a totally new way of thinking about the creative process, designed from the ground up to get rid of that tax. And they make a huge comparison here, basically saying this isn't just a small improvement, it's a massive consolidation. Kind of like how the iPhone took a camera, a music player, and a phone and put them all into one device. The idea here is the exact same, but for making music videos. And this slide really puts it into perspective, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the old way, this chaotic mess of different programs you have to patch together. And on the right, the new way, just one platform. The simplicity is just wow. But how in the world does one platform replace 4 or 5 different, really powerful tools? Well, it's not about just bundling a bunch of features together. It's about a tech stack that's designed from the start for everything to work together, perfectly. The key idea is something called the creative cross-pollination loop. Now, that's a mouthful, but what it means is simple. Your idea for a song can seamlessly flow into an idea for a visual, which you can then edit and finish, all without ever hitting that dreaded export button until the very end. And this whole loop is powered by a 5-layer stack. It all starts with generation, where you create your music and visuals. Then you move into audio and vocal customization. Next up is composition, where you bring everything together on a timeline. You finish it off with polish and export, and kind of overseeing the whole thing is an intelligence layer that helps you out. You see how each layer just feeds right into the next one? So that's the tech, but how does it actually feel to use? The whole goal here is to take you from a totally blank screen to a finished video in a matter of minutes. They call this process smart feature cascading. You start by generating a song and some visuals with AI. Then you can personalize it. Maybe you separate the audio stems, or even clone your own voice onto the track. From there, you just assemble the clips on the timeline, automatically sync up the lyrics, hit it with a one-click polish, and finally export it in whatever format you need. It's just this smooth, logical flow from one feature to the next. And the result of all that seamless flow? Get this. An average time of just 15 minutes to go from literally nothing to a finished, polished music video. For anyone who spent hours, or let's be real, days on a single video, that number is an absolute game changer. Okay, so speed is great, but that efficiency isn't just about saving time. It unlocks completely new ways to create. So why should you care? Let's break down what this actually means for different creators. If you're a social creator grinding it out on TikTok or Instagram, this could mean creating an entire week's worth of original video content in about an hour. Just think about that. What used to be a full week of work is now done in the time it takes to watch a TV show. For an indie musician, the change is even more insane. A massive project like creating visuals for a whole album, something that could easily take 8 weeks, could now be done in 3 days. This just completely changes the game for production timelines and budgets. And if you're a brand marketer, it's all about speed and volume. You could double your campaign output in a quarter of the time. That means you can A/B test way more ideas, different music, different visuals, different vocals, to find out exactly what connects with your audience. So, with this much power, where does a tool like this even fit into the market today? Well, the argument is that it's not just another competitor, it might be creating a whole new category of its own. This comparison table makes that point really clear.
I mean, look at the other tools. Descript is amazing for audio, but no AI music. Adobe is a powerhouse, but it's totally fragmented. Runway is just focused on video. SongUp AI, according to this, is the only one that pulls AI music, AI video, and a unified editor all into one place.
And that brings us right to the core pitch. It's an end-to-end platform where any creator can go from a blank screen to a finished music video in that wild 15-minute time frame.
Which leaves us with one last pretty big thought. If one platform can really do the job of a half-dozen specialized tools, could this be the beginning of the end for the way we've been working for decades? Is the future of creativity not in a folder full of apps, but inside a single, all-in-one studio? Makes you wonder.